What's poppin', people? It's Dante, currently standing on the cliff here, looking out towards the beautiful Schuylkill River. Check it out, it's a nice fall day here in the city of brotherly love. And so, yeah, as I stand at the precipice and look out towards the horizon, yeah, I'm reminded of how open this world is and how much there is to do and see and to explore, and how short life is. Frankly, you know, a bee could sting me and I can go toppling down this cliff and die. Yeah, I think, oh, choo-choo. All right, the Amtrak is coming home. Coming from New York, probably. And so, yeah, I love exploring and sort of just like tinkering around here and just thinking around here and filming and photographing around here. It's kind of fun. Kind of going off the beaten path, the beaten track, following your own path, you know, making your own sort of way through life. What's with all the glass here? Look at all this glass. I'm gonna cut myself, especially with the barefoot shoes. But yeah, I think you know, freedom is interesting, right? Of course, you know, I have the free will choice to take this path, right? I can decide for myself whether or not I want to, you know, take the regular schmegular path down the hill or go down this rock formation. But yeah, the more I think about freedom, maybe it's the elimination of all these choices and picking one and sticking to it. You know, maybe while we do have the decision, while we do have the choice to go left or right, you know, maybe moving onwards and moving upwards, you know, moving forwards, moving your body physically, you know, this is the path to true freedom. You know, for me, I become laser focused when I'm on this river path, because there is only one option, truly. I mean, there's one path, the Schuylkill River Trail, and you can't go left, because if you go left, you're gonna wind up in the river. If you go right, you're gonna wind up on the Kelly Drive and get ran over by a car. So really, there is only one option. And I find that with less options, the more free I feel, right? For instance, one camera, one lens, you know, not having to make the decision whether or not I want to use a 28 or a 40 and just sticking to one and photographing this way, it provides more creativity. Actually, I think through limitation you become more creative. Through stripping away color and returning to black and white, I'm becoming more creative. I'm focusing more on the light and the shadow and the simplicity of the frames that I'm creating. You know, there's something about freedom for me personally where I feel most free when I limit myself completely. I feel most free when I have one choice, and that's the only choice that I can make, and kind of just sticking with it. And so, yeah, it's another beautiful day. The Christmas Village is actually already open. I'm surprised. It was supposed to officially be opened up by next weekend, but yeah, I was walking around Philly today and the Christmas Village is open. We have lots of shops, lots of vendors. There's an ice rink outside of Dilworth Plaza, City Hall, Love Park, lots of shops, Christmas things. Yeah, it's a great time to visit Philadelphia. If you're not from here, I'd say around this time of year, around Thanksgiving and Christmas, it's the best time of the year. Yeah, I absolutely love it. Such a cozy feeling, Christmas time. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't even think it's nostalgia. I think it's just like a cultural thing. When I start to hear, you know, Christmas music, when I see the decorations, when I see the Christmas trees and the ornaments and, you know, the smell of chestnuts and whatever's being roasted and that like mead wine, you know, whatever's going on during the Christmas Village, like the sounds, the smells, the sights, you know, the colors of the leaves falling and changing, you know, everything. It's just a beautiful time of the year. Yeah, I look forward to hopefully getting some snow this year again. I actually really love when it snows, especially when you walk along this river path. When it first hits the ground, you can get some nice photos of the snow. That was kind of fun doing that last year, walking this path and, you know, photographing. Yeah, it's just a beautiful place. Yeah, there's something about the Fairmount Waterworks, this area of the city. Yeah, it's just a really, really beautiful place. Love coming here. Yeah, there's an inherent beauty within nature, and I think it's worth photographing. I think it's just worth spending more time sort of just on your own. You know, this is where I thrive. And yeah, recently we got the news that Donald Trump is going to be our future president for the next 4 years. I actually think this is a good thing in terms of freedom, you know, where what's crazy is, I think he was removed from Twitter before Musk bought it, right? I think they've removed him or censored him, and basically Elon Musk had to purchase a whole website just so that we could have freedom of speech back. It's kind of crazy, right? When you consider censorship, freedom. Yeah, I think when you really get down to it, it's not good to censor. And yeah, freedom, I think it's the ethos of America. Think of the symbol of America, the bald eagle. Yeah, an eagle kind of flies alone. It doesn't really need a pack when it's on its hunt. Yeah, I think it's actually a good thing. What's actually funny is I've worked on the Biden campaign, and I'm responsible for Biden. Yeah, it was basically just a job, right? But alas, I'm actually really happy because you know, when I saw the news for this upcoming election with Robert F. Kennedy Jr. being on the team, it actually put a smile on my face because he wants to make America healthy again, right? I mean, come on. That's a real big crisis in the United States. We have so much obesity, so much diabetes, so much health problems and conditions that a lot of other places in the world don't have. And I think it has to do with our poisoned food. You know, a lot of the food is poison in the United States, and yeah, anyone that wants to get rid of those toxins and poisons and make an effort to promote health and wellness for the country, yeah, I think is a really good thing. So that's great. You know, like the previous Department of Health person, right? What is it, Rachel Levine or something? Like, if you look at the person, like, they don't look healthy. Like, what is that? Crazy. You know, at least the new guy, he can do some pull-ups. Jesus. You know, the pursuit of truth, the pursuit of freedom. You know, what is it? Trump wants to buy 1 million Bitcoin over the next 4 years and hold a Bitcoin treasury, you know, hold Bitcoin as a treasury reserve asset. This can offset our debt, right? Our country is in debt. You know, inflation is through the roof. The dollar is depreciating in value every single day. And the Federal Reserve loves to print money out. And what does that do for the individual in the country? It enslaves the individual. You know, the individual doesn't have freedom under this economy. The individual is on a hamster wheel for eternity. The individual is stuck in a fucking matrix. You know, how do we escape the matrix? How do we become free? How do we become sovereign? Yeah, I think we have to buy Bitcoin as Trump does, because with this new technology, essentially the individual now possesses the power to hold their own capital, their own wealth, without any intermediaries, right? Where you hold your own private keys for your Bitcoin. And yeah, I think since June I've been buying it, 2024. For maybe 5-6 months now, and yeah, personally I can already feel the economic effects where my money is, yeah, it's appreciating in value, holding Bitcoin. And yeah, actually I recently had to go to the bank because I was trying to take self-custody of my Bitcoin, and man, I got flagged. I had to go and speak with the teller and make a little meeting and have them call the fraud security people or whatever, because I was moving my Bitcoin using you know, a certain exchange, and I guess they don't like that exchange. So yeah, it seems like if you want to move your Bitcoin and you want to buy your own Bitcoin, just use Coinbase. It seems like that's the best way. Don't take it directly into self-custody. Yeah, it kind of rubbed me the wrong way because yeah, I don't think we're too big on Bitcoin until Trump's coming around, right? I think now with Trump, it's going to be good for the economy, it's going to be good for the individual, it's going to be good for Bitcoin, and so I'm happy. Yeah, I have more hope and optimism now. And so for the next 4 years, I'm basically going to just put my head down, laser focused on one thing, eliminating all of their choices in terms of investments, just going 100% Bitcoin. And yeah, we'll see who's right. we'll see who's wrong. I think the people that adopt Bitcoin are going to be like the pioneers that sort of went westward in the United States. Think of the cowboys, think of Manifest Destiny, think of, you know, exploring the unknown. Yeah, I think that's where we're at right now with Bitcoin. Is the first people to adopt it are essentially the pioneers, and we're going to build the future. And so yeah, I'm looking forward to buying more and focusing all of my attention to just acquiring as much as possible over the next 4 years, and just putting my head down, because yeah, fuck, I don't want to be a slave, and yeah, I just want to be free.